I've been waiting for this for a very long time. So, we played the game a while ago called The Root Trees Are Dead. Actual good detective game. I need to quickly do something. You might hear a blip or a scratch or a screech or a scratching. This game was made by the developer Evil Child plus somebody else. I don't remember what their relationship is, but the idea is like, okay, like two people are like two groups are like working on this. And it's interesting because I liked the idea of The Root Trees Are Dead because it was such a free-form, almost detective game. You had to care about all these details, right? One of the best ones out there in terms of like, you go in, it doesn't feel like you're solving a system of puzzles. This one seems a lot different in the way it's executed, at least from the trailer. But given the precedence, I have reason to believe that it will also be, as the kids say, fire. POV, you're a millennial trying to appeal to your new Gen Z fan base that is slowly starting to appear. Because why would a millennial watch a fellow millennial when they could be on Bilibili? Also weird to see it in 3D, actually. This is not a horror game, too. As far as I can tell, it's just a puzzle game. So there'll be no jump scares or anything. Should be okay. Maybe. It also has Alt-Tab without meeting the game. Perfect. Good. I'm curious how this plays out. It's kind of like a point-and-click game. Oh, that's interesting. Bodies found at the Galley house. So, last Sunday, March 14th, 1936, the Sunday round, price 2D. Last Sunday, an abandoned country house was found to contain the bodies of multiple deceased men and a woman. Early arrivals at the scene described the bloody body of a man found face down on the front steps. More bodies were reportedly discovered inside. All had died recently. Only one victim has been named by police. Local tradesman John Hobbs, his ex-wife and son have been approached for comment, but claim to be unaware of any reason why Mr. Hobbs would have wished to visit the house. The bodies were discovered by a small group of concerned locals that had decided to venture to the house on a Sunday morning. What brought them there that day remains unclear. Details of their accounts include... the idea is like what we just did maybe like 2 hours ago, what we were playing 2 hours ago. What you just saw when I showed you the Bilibili stream, and like what that Guna stream was, into this. Like, I'm so sorry for the whiplash. I did say today was going to be weird because of the wildfire. Okay. Details of their accounts include burnt photographs in a fireplace, a broken doll, and shattered stained glass windows. It is claimed that at least one of the victims had been shot. Ooh, and one had likely fallen to his death. Probably down like the window or something, or maybe off like the second floor. However, the police have so far shown a reluctance to release further details to the public. No causes of death have been confirmed. No suspects or motives have been put forward. The nature of this incident, the question of why it occurred in the house previously thought to be long empty, remain a mystery. What really happened? Locals. So it's an empty house that they decided to kill people in. But people died in. That's weird. I have a plug over here. Boarded up window. You can also look inside the window. You can choose to open it as well. Kind of it's almost like an adventure game, kind of. It's weird. If I look at the window, is it going to jump scare me?
Can't see anyone inside.
Yeah, I just see this weird, ominous device. It's kind of weird. Okay, I'm going to open it, I guess. Can't open
locked.
It. Locked. Not anymore. I don't think we should go inside. Maybe this is a horror game. If I scream, I'm so sorry. I am a screamer. Ooh, it's got a really weird, like, mysterious feel to it. Zony. That is a new fake brand name I've never seen before. Zony. Oh shit, you got Zony. Machine evidence. Book. Notes. We have Zony. Pause scenes when opened. Okay, pause scenes when opened. Room. Okay, well there's a thing over here. There's a machine over here. Look at generator as well. Machine over here with some notes. It's low power at the moment. We can turn the power on with the generator. Remember, position antennas. Quail lane. Use generator to... Okay. Manual pages. To-do list. Use generator to write a machine. Insert access card. Automatically recovers data from previous user. At least 3 codes. Start with the antennas. Q, U, U, N. Oh, I see what you mean. This draft is for internal purposes only. Use the machine outside of company premises outside of company premises is strictly prohibited. Okay, I see. All users of the machine must be accompanied by an authorized machine supervisor. Dulski and Moores cannot accept any liability whatsoever for any physical or psychological harm caused by unsupervised use of the machine. You'll be fine, says somebody. Oh. Although the reconstructed audio of events is generally accurate, Dulski and Moores cannot be held liable for the accuracy of any visualizations of events. It is not responsible for any actions taken as a result of false conclusions. Disclaimer. This product is not intended as a guaranteed method of event reconstruction. It is recommended to be used in conjunction with more traditional methods such as forensic analysis and eyewitness accounts to help build up a complete picture of events. Still scanning. Warning, this machine is not to be operated by any user with a previous history of psychosis, or any user who could be judged as being susceptible to false beliefs or fantasies. Use of the machine must be turned upon any signs of audio. That's audio. I've never heard that word, but I guess it makes sense. Audio or visual hallucinations outside of direct machine operation. Q and Quen list. At least 3 codes at the location start with the antennas, and then that's the code for the bottom. Okay, cool. Well, we have no power here. It's kind of like interesting point and click. Generated to the right. Need to crank this bad boy up somehow. Turn the wheel and hold it. Crank it up. We just keep powering it up. Get it maxed up and we're good. Do I have to keep doing this to keep the power going? I guess I do. Access card creation. Okay. What is this? Okay, put hand on display. Sure. Concentrate as hard as possible. Sorry, I don't know.
Rhea beckon.
I thought it was going to ask me to say something. Consciousness assigned. 70. Oh, Jesus. Consciousness assigned. That's a weird. Insert your card into the machine with Spectral OS. Setup incomplete. Timeline, people, locations. Okay, this is interesting. Add. Timeline, people, locations. And this one captures my identity, and I'm number 70. You can't rotate them around, so there's no problem like in Skyrim of accidentally getting the wrong or missing the like thing in the back of the claw. This was issued today on the 2011. This happened in I had to figure out a mystery that happened in 1936. That's kind of a crazy timeline if you think about this. Okay, generator is done. Okay, please leave. I can do this. Okay, I got this. It even has the correct cursor icon. What the hell? Wait, this game is so well made. Look, it has the correct cursor icon to tell you that it's a draggy motion. What? This game is made so well. Okay, well, just insert the card. Surely that's safe. Automatically recovers data from previous user. That's weird. What does that mean? Uncalibrated. Calibration automatically recovers data from previous user. Oh. Sorry. People need to be calibrated. People calibrates. Begin automatic calibration of a new card from myself, and it's going to restore settings from this. Well, whatever this is. So have I used this before? I have. Oh. Really, the rename people has been added. Use manual calibration to add more people to the machine. Okay. So I can choose their avatar. That scanner is still busy. Try again when it's finished. Because I think we need to figure out what happened. And I think we need to figure out who is placed where and what they've done. So look at the scanner.
Looks like it's not ready yet.
It's not ready yet. Okay, so we have this. Locations. At least 3 codes. Start with the antennas. Okay, start with the antennas. So 3 locations. At least 3 antennas. Input all remaining locations. So Q. Well, I wonder what it's triangulating, really. Whale Lane. N. And then LIST. So those are the places that we have. There were some numbers with them, too. I kind of want to do a Queen list. And then we can do ST afterwards. Because I think the game has fully started, and now we're just playing and figuring things out now. Whale Lane. Entrance. Living room. So I need to figure out what? How'd they die? These 3 codes. Calibrated. Okay, everything's good. It's weird that it says remember too. As if to say like I've forgotten something. Right? Like is it because I forgot something? I'm very curious why it's telling me to remember. ST, which is the study. Okay. Those are the 4 from this paper. Q, U, E, N, L, I, S, T. ST has a series of numbers that I can't figure out what they're for. Access card has my name, Rhea Becken. Sunday round, does this say anything actually? Mr. Hobbs would have loved to visit the house. More bodies have reportedly last Sunday. Price 2D. What brought them there that day is unclear. Stained glass windows, shattered windows in the Sunday round. Do I need this thing to be powered more? Should I keep doing this? So what is this then? Let's do Quail Lane. Oh, that's the number. Okay, wait, that's the number. Number. It was Quail Lane 111. So number 1 and 11. 01 QU. And then there's like a 111 or something. 01 211. As in like everybody was at Quail Lane. Well, that was a failure. That was a complete failure. Okay, well that's okay. No codes, no scenes have been found here. No scenes have been discovered. Oh, input a scene code using the machine. Right, so okay, now I get it. Okay, yeah. So you're reconstructing the scenes with like 1 and 11. So the scene that we know of that to start with is Quail Lane 1 and 11. And we know these scenes to start with. So we're recreating these scenes using these numbers. And we don't know anything about the actual study. But number 1 and number 11 were at Quail Street. Or Quail Lane. Whoa. Okay, that's sick. That's a cool mechanic. It's very loud. I need to lower the volume, sorry. That's a cool mechanic. It's raining. It's still very loud. A car engine revs. Tires spin in the mud. It's very loud.
Damn thing's stuck. Can you push harder?
Yes. A car engine revs. Tires spin in the mud.
It just won't. We're not moving, sir. And I can't help it.
Sir.
Blast the damn thing.
We're not moving,
Blast
sir.
this weather.
The car door slams shut.
Sir. When it's light outside.
By tomorrow, sir.
You work for Rupert, do you?
Alright. This is important. So now we need to figure out who they are, okay? Person 11 reveres person 11 reveres person 1 because they call them sir, or like not reverence, but this idea of like there's a level of authority there. Person 11, person 1 is a person of some sort of respect in the eyes of person 11. Person 11 works for a Rupert, whoever they are. Oh shit, we gotta keep a lot of notes done. Okay, this is actually this is a cool setup. I didn't mean to skip that, sorry. I hope he knows what a foul situation he's put me in. Okay. There's a thunderclap.
You'll follow me now, won't you, sir? The house is not far from here. Just mind your step. Thanks.
Interesting.
Oh, bloody devil. Shouldn't have worn these shoes. Never heard.
Oh, sorry. I keep clicking because it skips ahead. So if you click, it skips ahead. It's a little annoying because it's like there's so many buttons. If you misclick, then you lose the click. Okay, wait. Did I miss any lines then? We'll come back tomorrow. What a pity. Okay. Oh, Bloody Devil shouldn't have worn his shoes. Are you a friend of the Galleys? If he says that he works for Rupert, for as long as I remember, the house is up the road. Doesn't this imply that person 11 implied to be somebody who is a part of the Galley house? Given that they ask the person 1 to start walking towards the home after the car gets stuck. And then if I can bookmark this, add to notebook. What have I saved? This one. How do I like how do I save the order? How do I drag this into this? I wish I could drag it into here. See saved at number 1. Galley implied to be a family name. See saved number 2. This is the note taking is still a little unwieldy compared to like, you know, the like I think I had the same problem with the Richie the Dead where I just took notes outside the game because it was easier, but Galley implied to be a family name. Therefore, Rupert Galley. Okay?
Do you know why I've been invited here?
I can't say I do, sir. But we do have a number of other guests with us this evening. I'm sure it will be a night to remember.
Wait, so person number 1 never even knew them. Never heard of them. Doesn't even know why they've been invited here. What? That's weird. Why would person 1 not know who they are and why they've been invited? Person 1 doesn't know the Galleys, but was invited nonetheless. Strange. See saved note number 3. Chat, I'm about to just open Emacs and just do my own noting system. My own note-taking thing.
It's strange. I received an invitation earlier this week. I have no idea who from, but for whatever reason, I decided to come anyway.
Earlier this week.
It's only just dawning on me how mad of an idea this actually is.
Oh, not mad at all, sir. It's a privilege to be a guest at Galley House. And if there's anything you need, sir, let me know.
Is this it, then?
Right you are, sir. At the top of those steps is the entrance to the house. Now, please knock, and Mr. Galley should answer the door.
Mr. Galley. Mr. Robert Galley. Blast this damn thing. Can you push harder? So this was the car. Oh, you can actually play these clips. You can play from any point in time. This is a sick system.
Right you are, sir.
Right you are, sir. Person 1 leaves. Someone uses a heavy door knocker. Person 11 leaves. And these people, now we have some ideas of who they are. It's like the help, some guest and some helper of the Rupert of the Galley House. Some presumably like a butler type person or like a hired help thing. Probably someone close enough that like they would want to work with them. This is already a very cool game structure. You get a lot of freedom in being able to choose like, okay, how you want to go through things. I was thinking to myself like, how are they going to keep the same freedom while having this idea of like these like moving scenes that like play things out. But the idea of keeping everything a mystery and you having to figure out what's going on based off of the dialogue of what they're saying, it works very well. However, it is annoying that they can't do like certain ties between different bits of data. It would be nice to be able to say like, okay, put this into my notes over here. I'll try it a little bit more with the in-game notes, but I may have to switch to like a separate note system again to make it work. Let's see. So we have that one. Why is there a letter? What? Does this machine give us the material that it was before, and it just gives us it from out of nowhere? That's strange. It's like it just took it out of nowhere and then made it appear. That's weird. I should maybe limit this. Sorry, this is gonna kill the stream. I should have realized. It's almost like slowest. That's fine. It's almost like when you go away, you leave the room entirely, and you almost disappear when you go into that old space. But maybe that's not true. Dear John, I'm terribly sorry about to hear about you and Claire. I always thought you two seemed perfect for each other, but I've never been a very good judge of these things, I suppose. Why don't you come down to Galley House this Saturday evening? I'm having a small gathering for my birthday. You'd be more than welcome to stay the night with us. I can introduce you to my family. None of us have your talent, of course, but I've recently acquired something to keep you interested if you decide to come. It's not perfect, but sometimes when you close your eyes, it's like someone else is in the house. We'll make sure to have it running by the time you arrive. Don't be fooled. There are no ghosts in Galley House. No ghosts in Galley House. I see now why the game was so loud. It's because you can pause the game. You're supposed to listen to it clearly. Every single noise matters. So we have some hints here though. Person 1 was the one who was being brought in by person 11, which is person 11 is like the butler type person. Okay, person 1, this is their invitation. John and Claire would have been their partner or something, who's now dead. Probably, I'm gonna assume that they're dead. So person 1 is probably named John something. John something. I don't know, John something. Okay, John something. Used to be married to a person, or used to be somebody with Claire. What's interesting is that it doesn't imply anything like about what happened to her, right? It doesn't seem like he's in grief or something. Like it's like it doesn't say that she died or she left. It's very ambiguous, but person 1, John something, was invited by owner of Galley House, Rupert Galley. So so by Rupert Galley on this Saturday, which the newspaper, this Saturday evening newspaper, March 14th, 1936. This is a Sunday paper. So the night before something happened. On the Saturday, the night before the presumed Sunday paper describing the bodies. What's interesting... Wait a minute. Last Sunday, an abandoned country house was found to contain the bodies of multiple deceased men and women. Abandoned. Oh my god. Chat, I think a ghost convinced these people to show up to the house and fooled them into believing that it's like a real thing and then killed them because the house was already abandoned maybe. Earlier arrivals at the scene described the bloody body of a man found face down on the front steps. More bodies were reportedly discovered inside. All had died recently. Only one victim has been named by police local tradesman John Hobbs. His ex-wife and son have been approached for comment, but claim to be unaware of any reason why Mr. Hobbs would wish to visit the house. Oh shit, chat. Oh shit. John Hobbs. The house was already deemed abandoned by the locals. John Hobbs' body was found on the... Was his body on the front steps? No. He was just the only victim named. Was found in the house. His ex-wife, Claire, knew no reason why he'd be there. Or like commented... Did not comment on any reason why he'd be there. John Hobbs. So they did show up at the house on the Saturday, and then they died. Because they showed up on the house on the Saturday, they died that very same night. Everyone died the very same night, and the house was already abandoned. Oh shit, that's already a pretty good mystery. And like it's immediately like if you don't pay attention to that newspaper, you think that they're gonna have a good time, but immediately you know it's gone poorly. Details of the accounts include burnt photographs in a fireplace, a broken doll, and shattered stained glass windows. Fireplace? I have a fireplace right there. Can I go around the rooms? Can I see things? Can I look at the fireplace? Burnt something in the fireplace. Can't seem to reach in. Can't seem to look over there either. Sorry, I need to click on the right buttons. And shattered stained glass windows. Then at least one of the victims having shot, one likely fallen to his death. So one, but there's a lot of people. We have 11 people, but there could be even more people. All these people... I wonder if they were all invited to the house, right? Were they all invited to the house in that same manner to just randomly die? We have another scene here. So we have another scene, which is... So now, looking at this list, I can see it's John Hobbs and 3 other people inside the room. At the entrance. So 3 other people plus John Hobbs at the entrance, and then John Hobbs goes to the library with like 1, 2, 3, 6 other people. And from this, we can probably figure out who went to where after. So let's do John 16710. 2EN 16710. 2EN 16710. 16710. 67. This is what 67 does to your brain. This is what 67 does to your brain. Ah! The entrance. It's raining. A heavy door opens.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Is Mr. Galley there?
Like, who are you?
He's somewhere. Oh, I feel sick.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Just wait here. I need... Oh, God. Where's Thornton?
Okay. A heavy door slams closed. Okay, that's weird.
Hello? What do you want?
Hello? I'm looking for Mr. Galley.
That would be me.
Fantastic.
Number 6.
I'm so sorry.
Where is Thornton? Oh God, where's Thornton? I'm looking for Mr. Galley. That would be me. Person 6 is now Rupert Galley. I can actually just rename them. What a great UI, honestly, that I can rename them here. No need to go like crazy with it. But who is looking for Thornton? Person 10 feels sick already. She feels sick because she's trying to find Thornton. She needs something.
My car
Why is
got
she
stuck in the mud
already
just
sick?
down on Quail Lane, so I'm a bit later than it.
You haven't told me why you're here.
You sent me a
Why,
letter.
why I'm here? You sent me an invitation. I've got it with me.
You've got the wrong person. I've never seen you before in my life.
I swear, you said you had something to show me.
Eddie, what's the matter? Who's this?
Eddie? Sorry, this is not Rupert. What? Eddie? Is Eddie a nickname for Rupert in the same way that Dick is a nickname for Richard? It doesn't sound correct. How do you... Like, you can kind of get the idea of, like, how you get to Dick, right? Richard, Rick, Dick, right? But Rupert to Eddie, it would be like Rupert, Rupee, Ruddy, Eddie. Maybe like that? I don't know. So this is like an Eddie Galley. But what's interesting is that I'm looking for a Mr. Galley. That would be me. But the invitation was signed Rupert Galley. I work for Mr. Rupert Galley, the butler. So is Rupert Galley not the same as Eddie Galley? Because then it's interesting, right? Because it's like, I'm looking for a Mr. Galley. You would assume that it's also Rupert Galley. Who's on first? Yeah, exactly. It's like a who's on first problem. But then it's okay. So this is weird though. So it sets it up like it's gonna be Rupert Galley, but it's actually Eddie. Is Rupert a ghost?
I'm in the middle of talking to him, Vic.
Sorry, is there a
Vic? Is there a Rupert Galley here? Okay, here we go. Eddie, Vic, something.
Rupert Galley here? The invitation said, "Bloody devil." Where did that come from?
Queen falls to the
Ignore it.
floor and breaks?
I've lived in Galley House all my life, and I've never heard of a Rupert Galley. So I'm afraid you've got the wrong place. Goodbye.
Wait, please.
Never heard of a
Eddie.
Rupert Galley.
Look at the weather out there. You can't let him out in that.
Vic!
And also
We've
something
enough
fell.
guests as it is.
But I'm sure we could accommodate one more, couldn't we? Come inside, please, before your toes fall off.
I'm sorry to say it. If you show up to my home, I don't give a shit if the weather's bad. You're staying outside, buddy, okay? I don't give a shit if you have, like, if your toes are freezing off. You're staying outside. This is my home. I'm not gonna let a stranger into my home. Vic is insane.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind.
You could be a serial
Everyone
killer.
else is just through there in the living room. I'm sure someone here will know what's going on.
Okay. Weird.
Oh, it looks like the doll broke in the fall.
Oh,
Oi, oi, oi.
I'm so
The doll broke in the fall. There was a newsletter about a doll.
sorry, Ed.
Wait. The doll broke in the fall when John was invited in by Vic. Doll fell behind behind John as he was talking to them.
Please try and calm your sister down, Vic, or she'll end up killing someone.
Oh. Heavy door closes. Vic has a sister. Okay, Vic has a sister there. Other guests were already there, but who? That's a good question. Well, what else is a solid question here? What else is a very important question? Vic has a sister there, but who? Who was the person looking for what'd they say? Who looking for a Thornton, right? And then, why were they sick? These are some important questions. They didn't know Eddie Galley had never heard of Rupert Galley. But invite from Rupert. Why? How? It should be impossible to. It should be impossible for that to happen. But that's what happened. The doll. I have candy in my mouth, sorry. Was mentioned here. Details of the accounts include the burnt photographs in a fireplace, a broken doll, and shattered stained glass windows. So the doll was mentioned in Sunday Round article about the bodies. So they knew about it. They had found the doll and they had left the doll outside. That implies that this implies the doll was left outside where it had fallen, or maybe was taken in. Was unclear what happened at this point. Very unclear, actually. I have no clue what happened to the doll, but it was there and now it's no longer there. Go back to the room. Do I have anything new here? No? Any ghosts showing up? This is scary to me. This room is scary to me. I don't really want to be here. Who else? There's another set of rooms. It's going to be LI 4 to 9. So 03 LI 1 4 to 9. Okay. LI 03 LI 1 4 to 9. So boom, boom, boom. And what we had before was not 2 3 1. Yeah, what we had before was 1 6 7 10. So 6 7 shows up again. 6 4 5 9 6. It's the same thing. It is 4 5 9 6 all over again. Yeah. 6 7. 6 is Eddie Galley. 7 is Vic something. They're a part of this now, so we all go inside. Number 10 was the sick lady. Number 10 was the sick lady. I should change her name now to the sick one, so I know what's going on, right? 6 7 1 2 6 6 7. Who the hell are you? This is when they said, "Who the hell are you?" 6 7. Her name is now 6 7. Okay, that's who she was. Let's go in and we see what they did when they went inside after inviting in John. So this is after John was inviting them. The living room.
There you are. Is Eve with you?
No. We brought someone else, though.
Eve. Interesting. Who is Eve? Why are they looking for Eve? Was Eve the person who was outside with us before? Number 10? 10 could be suspect Eve, okay? Person 10 could be an Eve, given that when walking into the living room in scene 3, person 5 asked for an Eve. and if they were with us. Important detail.
Hello? I'm dreadfully sorry. Is there somewhere to hang my coat?
Who is this man?
Apparently, his car got stuck in the mud on Quail Lane. I told him he could stay here while the weather improves.
Mm-hmm.
Is everything all right?
No,
it's
not
fine.
really.
I'll tell you later.
He's brought a bottle of champagne with him.
Well, I should hope you weren't counting on our hospitality.
I'm sorry.
Well, actually, my name's John Hobbs. I actually received an invitation to come here from a man called Rupert Galley.
I'm a fucking genius. You see this? I don't need them. Because like Netflix has this new thing that they tell their directors to like do of like repeat the story every like 30 minutes. So people who are like watching the movie on a side monitor, crazy work by the way, don't get lost, right? Me, I don't need that shit. You give me like if you give me pocket lint, I'm gonna sniff it and then go, John Hobbs.
Has anyone heard of him?
I swear Never mind.
No one lives here by that name, I'm afraid.
Person four had a sense of familiarity with the name Rupert Galley. Why?
Then I'm ever so sorry. There's evidently been some sort of mistake.
Don't worry about it. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. Let me introduce you. This is Victoria, Helen, Tony.
Okay, wait. Victoria? I need to think about this. Victoria? Who's Helen then? Who's Helen? Is everything all right? Sounded like a man's voice. I know it's crazy to like, do that to like profile somebody, but this is the 1930s, okay? We don't really have many ways to sound different, and like people don't really sound that different. Helen, Victoria. So Victoria, 7. Eddie, we know. Who is Damien and who's Eddie and Tony? So these three could be Eddie, Tony, or Damien. So between 4, 8, and 9, persons 4, 8, 9 could be Tony, Eddie, or Damien. I don't really know who, but I wonder, does this game make use of the visuals? Because when someone talks,
Eddie
their body shakes.
and Damien. We're having a small gathering here this evening.
Did you have anything planned, Martha?
Martha, person 9, is a woman. Person 9 sounds like a Helen to me. Martha, did you have anything planned? Martha? Hey, Maud, how are you? Welcome. How are you? How was work? Are you still at work, huh? Don't worry about it. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you want. Martha is person 5. So person 9 is actually that. So actually, it's not person 9. It's 8, 4, and 9. Sorry, it's 4. Wait, what? Wait. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. You're done work. Let's go. What emote are you using? I still can't see it. When is Windows ever gonna update it? You were just in time for the mystery. Hey, I need your young eyes. Last night we were playing Mecha Chameleon, and her boyfriend was like, trying to find stuff. And then she found stuff, and then because they were playing it as like a duo, and then she was like, "Yeah, I found it because I'm still young. Like my eyes are still very youthful." You can see it. That's because you watch me on your phone, and now I know that I'm on your phone. See? So okay, let me hear this. 9 is Victoria. You're on PC. There's no way. Is my PC just behind the times? I need to download like a new font or something. What? Okay, who is 9 is Helen, 5 is Martha. Okay, so who is left? Eddie is number 6. Eddie is 6. That's easy. So 6 is accounted for. 6, 7 is accounted for. It's your mom. But streamer, it's your mom. That's good. That's really good. So 6 and 7 are accounted for. Somebody here is my mother. John Hobbs is 1. 6, 7 accounted for. 9 is Helen. 5 is Martha. This leaves 8 and 4. Okay? What did she say? Victoria, Helen. These two are covered. Helen, Victoria. Eddie is covered. Tony and Damien. So 8 and 4 is Tony and Damien. Because Eddie is already there. Sorry, that's why I was stupid. Sorry. Person 8's 4-8 could be Tony or Damien. 6-7. See, that's why she's so youthful. She knows the Gen Z slang.
Because we really shouldn't start until my daughter arrives.
I don't think she'll be coming anytime soon.
Why?
Excuse me?
Does anyone know where Annie is?
She said she didn't want to come.
Okay, we're right. Person 8 was looking for an Annie. Martha was waiting for her daughter. Person 5, Martha. Martha is something. I don't know what her name is yet. But Martha is something. Martha was waiting for her daughter to arrive. Could it be that it wasn't the person who opened the door for us? Could it be that she was waiting for her daughter Eve to arrive? Right? Person 8 was looking for an Annie who said she didn't want to come. Person 4 knows who Annie is, right? And knows if she's who knows who Annie is, therefore has a connection to person 8. How damaging are constant wildfires for smoking? I've heard that like the damage of wildfires is like similar, if not like it's significantly more so than smoking because of like the amount of it. But it's also like a different. I've heard it's like a different set of things because like at least you're not smoking the tobacco and the tar and stuff, right? But who knows what gets mixed up within the smoke? If anything, it's probably damaging in the way of like having the smoke in your lungs just isn't good, right? But it's probably not the same as like tar and stuff. But I can't remember what study that I read, so I'm gonna speak in like a very vague sense because I don't want to say something that can be construed as science and then all be cancelled. Do you know what I mean?
I don't see why we all need to be here anyway.
I beg your pardon? Who are you?
Actually, Martha, I might need to stay the night while the weather improves, if you wouldn't mind.
That's crazy. I'm trying to stop myself from like, but however, if you do start smoking, I will say women who smoke do look cool, so you could do it. And you will then age at the same rate as the rest of us. In fact, if you didn't put on like any safety cream, I'm gonna tell you the smoke is gonna do bad things to your skin. Cigarettes have filters, but the world does not. I swear those filters don't do anything either. Like, there's no way that you can filter out the like chemicals that are coming through because they're so small. It's like, what is a filter gonna do? It's not like a carbon filter. It's like it's just like nothing, and it's on fire. Like I think the filter is just purely like a flavor thing. Like some people taste it and it's like, this is, and it's because they have like a smoker's voice, right? This is a Marlboro. Used to smoke this back when I used to work at the car facility. The Marlboro. It's got that clean flavor compared to like a blue or like a Watson.
At least I was invited here.
Oh,
I suppose
sorry.
we could accommodate one more. I'll show you to the spare bed in the study, Mr. Hobbs.
Wait,
and you best
also,
come.
look, does anyone know where Annie is? She said she didn't want to come. I don't see why we all need to be here anyways. I beg your pardon, who are you? Victoria doesn't know who person 4 is. Victoria doesn't know who person 4 is. That's weird, right? She asked who this fella is, right? However, she knew Eddie, Galley, which implies that she lives here with Eddie, or at least is close enough to be a part of the home. Oh, this is also heavily implied because she was able to persuade Eddie to allow John to stay the night. Something only a landlord can do. But hopefully you get him safe. Is it still orange outside? If it's still orange, please let me know. Because holy shit, it looks kind of cool. I need to go take a photo of it after. Actually, I'm gonna go take a photo of it now. Can y'all give me like a moment? Oh, blast it! It's no longer orange. I should have taken a photo sooner. It's no longer orange. It used to look like the butthole of hell, but now it's just dark. Now it's just a normal skyline, and now it's not scary anymore. 4596. Why the fuck did your name change on Twitch to like runes? I mean on the Discord. What the hell is going on? Why is am I having a stroke? I'm having a stroke.
With us too, Damien. We could do with a
Of course, Martha.
8 is Damien. 8 is Damien. I suppose we can come to one more spare bedroom, and you best come with us too, Damien. We do with a strong man help us that sets. So person 8 is Damien something. Clear as day. So person 8, Damien Tony, which means person 4 is Tony something. Okay? Damien. Tony. Change the names as I go. Again, this is why I kind of wish there was like a search and replace too. Damien is a strong man. Tony Soprano. I'm not gonna change his name. If I change his name to Tony Soprano, I will never remember to change it back. I will never remember. And then we're stuck with a mysterious soprano that I'll never be able to fix. Person 10 could be Eve, but I don't think it's that. It could also be her daughter. I'm not really sure. Person 4. Okay, we have some names now. We have some good names now. We know what's
Thank you. That sounds perfect.
Sounds perfect. Thank you. Please. Thank you for saving
Eddie, could you follow me to the billiard room, please? I'd like a private word.
Okay. That was interesting. She went to the private room, the billiard room. That's interesting. So afterwards, it was Helen and Eddie goes to the billiards room. So by end of scene 3, groups are. So now the group has split into 3 different distinct groups, right? So we have Martha, Damien, and John to the bedroom, right? You have Helen and Eddie to the billiards room for a private conversation to get him set up and situated. And presumably Tony, Victoria... Wait, Tony, Victoria... I think it's just Tony and Victoria just stay inside... Tony and Victoria still in the living room. That's my guess based on how this has played out so far. Also, I'm a standard user. Can I change into a non-standard? And also, this thing spills some items. So, this thing can print out items that we can find scanning images from the past. That's weird. No from the scanning. These are a collection of old case notes, all taken from that same weekend. Some of them from Galley House, or some from an unrelated inheritance dispute case that happened around the same time. Not sure which is which. Interesting. So we don't know which is which. And each one has a code name of who they are. So you need to figure out which one is related to it and which one is just a fake thing that isn't there. Prototype machine. Hang on a minute. These are some pretty useful images. And you know what? Has that same feel of when you play The Root Trees Are Dead. We need to figure out based on the evidence. Adder. Found walking in nearby village. Deep cut on left arm, holding a bottle of absinthe. This could be the person who was drunk, actually. Because, like, when she came out, she was feeling sick, right? Absinthe has that effect of, like, it's very strong, makes you drunk very fast, takes you out of it, because I forget the compound in it. And people do report feeling sick when they do drink it. Badger. Death by gunshot. Found near a handwritten list of first names. One of the people at the Galley house did die of a gunshot. Or maybe was it death of a gunshot? Or did they simply say that they heard gunshots? It is claimed that at least one of the victims had been shot. Claimed. And one had likely fallen. So we don't really know. Cod. Found outside. Wearing formal livery. Traces of vegetables on their fingernails. This could be the butler, and the butler, if it's traces of vegetables, it could be the butler instead of being Rupert Galley, it could be somebody trying to take over the house. And an inheritance, wait a minute. An inheritance dispute implies that it's not really an inheritance dispute, because Rupert Galley is a fake name, but Are they trying to get a Rupert Galley to appear within the house to take over the funds, right? Is that what they're trying to do? Dear, wheelchair user found near a broken teacup. Photo nearby shows two young girls. Two young girls. Wheelchair user found near a broken teacup. Could be the mother, because Martha was waiting for her Eve to show up. For her daughter Eve. Ew. Ew. Red wine stain on dress. Wearing a wedding ring? Not for long. Long-term injury on left leg. Fox. In possession of an empty film canister and the key to a piano. Goose. High blood alcohol level. Traces of cocoa drink around mouth. Cocoa drink. So drank chocolate milk to kind of cool down. Could also be Goose was the person who was drunk trying to find Thornton. Hedgehog. Traces of ash on clothing. Strong smell of perfume. Evidence of a missing ring. Lark. Muddy shoes. In possession of car keys and an invitation to the Galley house. Injuries indicate a long fall. This has to be John Hobbs. Our boy was balding. Holy shit. John, you suffered 2 great pains that day. Mole. Found in bed. Red marks around neck. In possession of a will which mentions only child was a daughter. This could be Martha then. But why was she found red marks around her neck? Otter. Fingers stained. Wait a minute. What if John was invited as an alibi? Because think about this, right? Think about this. When John gets his car stuck out front and is asked about what's going on and asks the butler person what's going on, right? The person who was helping him get move the car. Person 11. 111. Person 11, right? He simply says, "Is Mr. Galley in the house?" The person replies, "Yes, there is a Mr. Galley here." But they don't say Rupert, I don't think. I don't think they ever say Rupert. So he could have been referring to Eddie the entire time. So it could be that the butler has no clue. But there was mud, so this is for sure. Lark was for sure this. So Lark for sure. Lark equal John Hobbs because muddy shoes, car keys, invitation. Died of a long fall. So maybe the butler wasn't the problem. Maybe the butler was okay. And maybe the butler just happened to be there. But I still think that somebody could be using John as a way to sort of throw the scent off of the trail. There's an inheritance dispute and there's this Galley house thing going on, right? And Galley house presumably is fairly rich given that they have a billiards room. For the time, that's probably going to be a very rich home. Along with hired help. It implies that maybe, just maybe, John was the alibi. They bring John in, they stage a bunch of murders, using John as the likely culprit because he's the outsider that nobody knew of. Nobody knew who he was. Thereby using him as sort of the way to sell it as everything's going wrong. But something must have gone wrong because the home was abandoned. It's weird to say that the home was abandoned. This is the thing that is very strange, actually. Actually, wait a minute. An abandoned country house was found to contain the bodies of multiple deceased men and women. Early arrivals at the scene described the bloody body of a man found face down on the front steps. More bodies were reportedly discovered inside. An abandoned home. Country house. Concerned locals. What brought them there that day remains unclear. I think I was misreading this the whole time. Think about this. Think about this. Notes from Scanner. Some of them are from Galley House, but some are from an unrelated inheritance dispute case that happened around the same time. That's weird. Inheritance disputes are usually about money and trying to get the money that you want or that you owe, or feel like you're owed or something that you are owed. So it's usually a messy business. Or it could be things of that matter. Things of that kind. Assets, right? I read this newspaper in a weird way. The bodies were discovered by a group. So, look. The bloody bodies of multiple deceased men and women at an abandoned country house. The bodies were discovered by a small group of concerned locals that decided to venture to the house on the Sunday morning. What brought them there that day remains unclear. I read this as, why were these group of people in the abandoned home? But really, what if it's referring to the concerned locals? Why were the locals there on that day on Sunday morning? Because think about it. What brought them there that day remains unclear. They don't know how long the bodies were there. They could have been there for like a day or for like a week. They don't know, right? And so the person writing this article wouldn't be like, how come these people were there dead on that day? No, they would go, why are the concerned locals going to this house on this Sunday morning? Concerned locals who say that the house is abandoned, but clearly, at least in the scene that we're seeing, which the machine is fallible, maybe it doesn't truly say everything, seems to be populated by people who are there and want to hang out there. For some reason. And that presumably there's an ownership system there. Right? There's a system of like people who own the place, who live there for various reasons. Why is that? It's weird. It's very weird. As if to say that the locals, the people who were a part of that local unrelated inheritance dispute case that happened around the same time, and presumably around the same area, are trying to play it off to make it so that John is their alibi for why the Galley house can be robbed clean. And everybody dies. Then, this actually says some interesting things about the situation, okay? We know some things about the relationships here. Martha knows Eddie. So, Martha knows Eddie. That's a key detail. Sorry, I was using Emacs. The Vim. I was pressing escape there. Martha knows Eddie. So Martha, Eddie, and Victoria are there with the home. Martha also knows Damien to some degree, trusting him to help move John upstairs. Because think about it. Why bring Damien along? She wouldn't want to be alone with a stranger, and brings Damien, calling him strong, to protect herself. Because who knows what? Because at this point, John is a stranger. No one knows who he is, and you say that somebody's strong to like deter you from like doing anything, because that guy is gonna kill you. You know what I mean? Like it's like if Hezbollah had Terry Crews as a bodyguard. You wouldn't mess with Hezbollah because of Hezbollah. You would not mess with Hezbollah because of Terry Crews. Same deal, okay? So that makes sense. But this implies a strong level of trust acting as her guard, because you wouldn't do that for somebody that you don't know. And actually, Tony implies a level of trust and knowledge between all of them except John and person 11, presumably Butler, when he says we don't all need to be here. Okay? So, this is my theory here, my game theory. I'm doing this again. I have to stop doing this. My game theory is John Hobbs is an alibi. The scanner received a number of the scanner spat out a number of images mixed in with both the Galley House incident as well as a presumably local inheritance dispute. The newspaper seemingly asks why the group of concerned locals even went to check out the Galley house, a house that was said to be abandoned, presumably by the same locals. The house, however, does not seem to be abandoned, and instead seems to be in use by the people there around Eddie Galley. Therefore, it is highly likely that these concerned locals are probably the perpetrators of the people dying in order to gain assets in lieu of the inheritance disputes. That's my theory. It's a lot of details. So there's a web of trust being built here. There's like a network being built here between the different characters. I kind of get a sense of like what they're all going for. I kind of get a sense of like what could be happening here. This all could still be a fake though, because we don't really know. And the machine is actually, and again, the warning is that the machine is not a guaranteed replay, right? The machine, the manual, is generally accurate, but they cannot be held liable, and it could be, I mean, because the machine might not actually truly work fully, right? It's not intended as a guaranteed method of event reconstruction. Snow Lark is a mole. Let's assign a face to this character first, so we know who John is. Also, sorry, go back to this list. Mole could be Martha. Only child of a daughter could be Eve. Okay? Could be Eve. So, first off, Jean. We find the balding man. Sticks out like a sore thumb. John, it's you. We found you, John. What's interesting is that the butler image, this is fascinating, found outside wearing formal livery, traces of vegetables on their fingernails. Doesn't really seem like the kind of thing that the butler would do, but I'm not really sure what butlers did. I don't know if butlers would also do guarding. That just seems like it seems like back then work was different, but also like it would be insane because like that's just too much work. Otter, finger stained with tobacco, in possession of a pocket watch with an army recruitment leaflet. So he's young. He's fairly young. Actually, very young. So wait, Otter. I need to write notes on these too. Otter, young, has army recruitment leaflet, which is typically handed out to youth as soon as you finish schooling, which back then would have been even younger. It's so sort of rare for war to be an old man's game. Old men send the young kids to go die for stupid things. Pike, found with person of interest Raven, strong build, in possession of keys to a black car. What was the color of the car in the first scene? Raven, strong build, found with person of interest Raven. Who's Raven? Found with person of interest Pike, early stages of pregnancy, faint smell of lavender. No, this could be Eve then, because Eve was coming late. And Martha was trying to find Eve. So, wait, Pike and Eve. Pike, couple, partner of Eve, partner of Raven. Okay? Raven, partner of Pike. Due to pregnancy, found together. Okay? Could be Eve because Martha was expecting Eve. And who else did they say was gonna come? I think Damien said was looking for an Annie, who said she didn't want to come. Who Tony said she didn't want to come. Tony knows who Annie is, therefore has a connection to Damien. Right? Swallow had been shot 3 times, found with a bloody knife and a pair of leather gloves. That's interesting. Bloody knife and a pair of leather gloves implies that they needed to try and commit a crime without being seen. Swallow could be the murderer, has knife and pair of gloves to hide fingerprints, and was shot, presumably in self-defense. Okay? The reason why I think this is because think about what you would do if you're looking to murder someone quietly. You wouldn't use a gun. And this is 1936. What are the odds of them having like good suppressors? Because suppressors nowadays are still not silent, right? So like it's not like it's gonna silence the gun and make it like a whisper, like in Hitman. You'll still hear it, okay? Let alone in 1936. Okay, so using a knife to kill quietly, presumably, because there simply isn't any. Because of lack of any real way to silence guns at the time, and even now, really. Okay? And that's why they're doing this, because there may be forensics with the fingerprints, so sort of like the way that you can like fit the actual method. I think use like charcoal or something, but there's no way to really tell if you just get rid of that and then all of a sudden there's like no evidence, right? Shooter, however, wouldn't need to care about silence if it was in self-defense, and would rather start blasting to save themselves. So the shooter would probably, presumably, just shoot them to save themselves than to have to deal with like, oh, I have to make sure no one finds out, because who cares if someone finds out? It doesn't matter. You're defending yourself. That's the difference in like a concern. Toad. In possession of a large family key, of a large metal key, and a folded sketch of a family of 5. A folded sketch of a family of 5. That's weird. The Weasel. Burn mark on the right hand. High blood alcohol level. Ring found in pocket. Holding a bracelet. A wedding ring. This one too has some interesting. So this is the prototype machine. The fact that this was spit out is kind of a weird thing, because this is the early days of when they were building this machine for the company, right? But they also said certain things. One, the monitor is turned sideways. This is insanity. What the fuck do you mean it's turned sideways? What? What? No, sorry, Chad. This is stupid. What? It's a CRT monitor turned sideways. So, this would literally be infeasible, no? Is it? Because wouldn't you write it on the hardware driver side? Wouldn't you write it? No, it's fine. I know, but like what I'm saying is, why would they go through all that effort to turn it sideways? You know what I mean? Because like from a hardware driver side, right? You would just like, if you're not writing the actual like driver for the monitor, then you don't really care about that. You just care about outputting data to it in like such a way that like it'll show up, right? If the monitor is like made to stand on the stand, doesn't it mean that the text would just naturally lay out kind of like this, or like things would like naturally be set up to like lay out like this? Like you send like a stream of say data, and then wouldn't it just like output that left to right? They're trying to program for mobile on a CRT. You're right. You're absolutely right. They're trying to. You're absolutely right. They're looking ahead. If you look at the machine now, they're looking ahead. They're trying to build for a future where smartphones have all this. Holy shit, you're a genius. Let me spin this as like a fidget spinner. You're an actual genius. I can't believe it. That's exactly it. They were looking forward to a time when humanity would have smartphones, and then you could hook it up to their machine to go to the past at any moment. Like, do you miss that one time you ate Korean barbecue and you crave more, but you have no money? Don't worry, download our app today, and you'll be able to go back in time and taste that flavor again while you still starve in real life. That's it. That's good. Okay, so that's interesting. So they do it sideways, kind of a weird thing, but it's fine. But this has some details. So person 1, 2, 3, 4. Debug 1, 2, 3, right? As if you can press like a debug configuration somehow. And specifically, you see all of these things over here as well. You can actually see what different rooms there are. Workshop 1, workshop 2, front door, parking lot. But this implies that there's a configuration to enter a debug mode by going in front door, turning this to some number, turning these to some knobs, and trying to go into this debug mode using these 3. I need to figure out how though. Parking lot, foyer 1, foyer 2, storage room, back door. I wonder if this prototype was like for something else, but we could try these like names too. So we could try workshop. So if I look at this location list and like the code names of these locations, right? QU Quail Lane, QU for Quail, EN for entrance, LI for living, ST for study, for the study. Right? If I go WO, can I get a workshop? No. So instead, what I can probably do, and what she wanted to do was the billiards room, so maybe it's BI, like a BI room. Billiard room for the billiard room. And then there's a BE, the bedroom, right? Maybe like what's the room called? The GU, the guest room. The upstairs, the upstairs room, the UP. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, maybe I didn't get it right. But is there anything here? Foyer, F-O-S-T. I forget S-T-B-A. Entrance, E-X, exit. Sorry, there's hotkeys. I didn't realize. F-O. F-O. Fuck out. Now, how do I do the debug mode then? So, shit. Wait, sorry, just give a moment. Image of prototype machine implies a debug mode accessible with the same settings as in the image. Okay, this implies that there's like a debug mode accessible by doing 1, 2, 3, and something with the machine. So if I go like, I don't know, like boom, 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 1, 2, and I go to the third one, living room accessible. I did, but there's like a wavelength. The weird thing is that there is a wavelength over here. And 2 extra buttons that I could go to, but this implies that this is a debug mode I can enter, but let's see if it works. Debug? No. Can I go debug here? It goes up to 99, eh? How would I enter this debug mode? Number 1, number 2, number 3, front door, third one. How could I get a number from this that would help me go through into a debug mode that would allow me to actually go and see things? If that's even a thing that I could do. I think that's the weird part, is what number would I have to do to really go into debug mode. And also, you know, because the order of this doesn't matter, you might get locations in like a different order, right? Front door. Debug. Is there like something else that I can press? Is there other buttons I can press on this? It's a prototype. It is a prototype, so maybe it's just like only on that thing. Anyways, we have a pretty good set of things to work with. We can go to the billiards room. I think is probably the best one. It's going to be Martha, Damien, and something else. This could be scene 4 or 5 because the order matters. It depends on what happens next, right? But it's for sure John, Martha, Damien. 04LI158. Billiard is also something else. So it could be 05. Okay, wait. So this is an 05 then. Let's skip the 05 just to see what it could be, just because that's the one that I know for sure now. It's not even 05. Oh wait, sorry, wrong room. Sorry, not living room. I don't have the bedroom. What did she say about the room? Let's see. Scene, timeline. What'd she say? No, she's coming soon. There we go. Yeah, do you have something planned, Martha? Because we really shouldn't start until my daughter arrives. Wait, Helen is asking for her daughter. Sorry. Is Eve with you? No. It's Helen's daughter. Sorry. Because look, did you have anything planned, Martha? Because we really shouldn't start until my daughter arrives. I don't think she'll be coming anytime soon. Excuse me?
Did you have anything planned, Martha? Because we really shouldn't start until my daughter arrives.
I don't think she'll be coming anytime soon.
Excuse me?
I got this wrong. It's not Martha's daughter. Martha is asking for Eve, but it's not really Martha's. I'm gonna switch all these notes elsewhere. I'm sorry to say it. The lack of like a find and replace is pissing me off. It's actually pissing me off. I need to be able to know what the fuck I'm typing here. I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there. To Carfax Abbey. Look at these ASCII titties and asses. Don't you love this shit? Doesn't this trend you on? I brought him there. To Carfax Abbey. I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there. To Carfax Abbey. I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there. To Carfax Abbey. Sorry. if Neo, it's I have to like figure out. I have to patch this thing so it's like faster. This plugin for NeoVim doesn't really work well because it's like a weird typing speed thing. I'm gonna use Emacs. Fuck it. Because the thing is, right? If I could find and replace,
She said
it'd
she
be
didn't.
it'd be so much easier to do all of this because then I could find all references to Martha, all references to like Eve, and then replace the idea of her being her daughter being Eve over into Helen. Because Helen says, "Do you have anything planned? Because we shouldn't start until my daughter arrives." Because Martha is asking, "Is Eve with you?" Because they thought that it was Eve. Because Helen is waiting for her daughter to show up. Eve. It all makes sense. It all makes fucking sense. Because otherwise, it's going to be impossible for me to go through and find it all. Because it just takes too fucking long to go find it. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, just let me do something really quick. I need to hide some work in progress stuff to fix it. And then it'd be easier for me to go, okay, Martha is not the mother. My bad, it's not Martha. Then I can go update all the other related notes too. But we can't have that in this household because there's no find and replace in this goddamn file. None. I really should make this a separate file, but it's too late now. Whatever. Okay, whatever. Instance at Galley House. Oh shit! Instant at the Galley House. Okay, these are the raw notes. Okay, so I got a bunch of notes here. We gotta think about this, and maybe I should go back to the main menu so we have some music. You guys want some music? Here we go. What was it? So wait, so. People of interest. So the people, the raw, unprotected notes. Okay, this is the raw, unprotected notes. This is all the shit that I have here. Okay. Sorry, I'll make it larger for you all too. So okay, part 1, John Hobbs. Okay, so John Hobbs. We know who this is. Person 1. John Hobbs. I love doing it raw. I love typing into my notes raw. Person 1, John Hobbs. Okay, these are my notes on John Hobbs. Okay, is a sir. We know why he says sir. Presumably, person 11 is a butler. Okay, person 11. Unknown. Okay, butler to Eddie, butler to the Galleys. Okay? We don't really know if Eddie Galley is guaranteed to be the owner of the house. We just sort of know that he's here, okay? Person 1, so invited to Galley House by a Rupert Galley. Okay, we don't know who this person is, but this person was here. Somebody invited him, Rupert Galley. We don't know who they are, but they were invited. But they invited John. It's on the Nyan Cat. Yeah, it's Nyan Cat. Look. Nyan Zone. I think. So when I stop typing, so if I stop typing for 30 seconds, right? So it's. I set it up quickly because I was like, okay, good. I have something to regale you with, so that when I stop typing for like 30 seconds, all you see is it like slowly dancing around. It's like, woo, yay, woo, Nyan Cat. So you have something to look at. It's my attempt at giving the Gen Z viewer something to do, kind of like a fidget spinner, right? It's a distraction. It is a distraction. Yeah, it's like a mental mind distraction, so that when we eventually do more programming streams, you have something to do as I rant about things like this, and eventually you see Nyan Cat flying around. Because at some point, we're gonna end up in this weird space where I rant about things again, and we'll always end up being we'll be stun locked for half an hour. And so the Nyan Cat, you can even see how long I get stun locked for at the bottom of the screen, and it says oh, it's been for 20 seconds or something, right? So, read by Rupert Galley on the Saturday, the night before the presumes. Okay, so it's on Saturday, the night before the Sunday, when the bodies were found. Okay, so first off, the evidence. Sorry, what was I ranting about? You got distracted by the Nyan Cat. Okay, this was... Maybe I shouldn't have the Nyan Cat. Maybe I shouldn't have the Nyan Cat. What was the newspaper called? The newspaper was called The Sunday Round. So it was called The Sunday Round. Okay, it was called The Sunday Round. Sunday Round. mentions that the bodies were found on Sunday in Galley House. Mentions that the house was abandoned, even though the machine can replay events where Eddie Galley is presumably in ownership of the house, and it is actively in use by the rest of the people there. Okay? So this is probably very important. And her name could be Victoria Galley if she's married, because back then, you know, the woman took the name of the men and the women were just erased into like dust, basically. Into dust. I mean, even this idea of like 1936, like what's that game? The Root Trees Are Dead kind of had this too, where like it was set in a really old time, and like I don't know how to explain it, but like back then, like people hated him just for who he was. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know how to say it, but even in a black and white photo, I can tell that he's black. And let me tell you, back in 1936, they hated black people, okay? Still today, people hate black people for no reason. So, could be that this is the reason why maybe they would, like, here, I don't know. Because, like, she's here, she's pregnant, something happens when she shows up, maybe? Or, like, why is she, like, basically, why is she a person of interest? She's a part of the family. She could be Eve, because they're waiting for her, but then it's also like Annie didn't want to come. Why didn't she want to come? Did she not want to see what this whole event was? Why are they there in the first place? Could it be about their, like, you know, like, marriage? I have no clue. Could it be because somebody's trying to kill them, Mrs. Swallow? I have no clue. But something's going on. Mentions that the house was abandoned, even though the machine can replay events where Eddie Galley was presumably in ownership of the house, is actively in use by the rest of the people there. Okay? Mentions being unclear about why the concerned locals were even there on the Sunday, were even there at the house on Sunday, okay? The writing is deliberately unclear so as to make you presume that sentence is about the bodies and why they were there originally, but really it's about the concerned locals who just decided to show up at this random abandoned home. Kind of a weird state of affairs, you know what I mean? Why would you show up there if it's abandoned? It's kind of weird. Evidence. Really, and this is probably another bit of evidence, but I should probably do it as like not the note from the scanner, but note from scanner. Is it the scanner? Note from scanner. The thing about inheritance disputes, okay? Lots of evidence from the scanner is spat out, mixed in with evidence between a local inheritance dispute as well as the Galley House incident. Okay? This has implications. Inheritance dispute is about assets. Galley House has huge assets, massive assets. Galley House has huge assets. Okay? Galley, because of Sunday round, I should probably just link this actually. I don't know, we'll do like a... I forget my keybind. Sorry, just give me a second. Wait, what was it? And I shouldn't have pressed that. Sorry, please give it a moment. Because of Sunday... Sorry, it's in my stored links now. Fuck. So, and this link is already being stored. Okay, so now, what's the thing again? How do I put the link again? Link. Sorry, I keep forgetting like what my keybinds are. There we go. Yeah, because of... Oh, shit. Because of Sunday round... That's the format. I keep forgetting the, like, format. There we go. Because of Sunday round evidence. Because of Sunday round, we know that the house was presumed to be abandoned. Something that was probably told by the people, by the locals. You know what I mean? The locals probably were the ones who said this. Because why else would they say it, right? And maybe I should probably do this as an ID, because I don't think I'm going to remember. Probably better as an ID, because I'm not going to... Especially if I need to change it around, I'm not going to remember anything, and so better for me just have it there as an ID for now. Because why would they say that like, it's abandoned if people live there and they're locals and they know that people live there, right? We know that the house was something that was presumably told by the locals to the person writing the paper. This... Could the locals going through the inheritance dispute be responsible in some way for the incident? Using John Hobbs as a convenient reason for everybody's deaths? Is it everybody or everybody's deaths? I don't know. Okay, that's good. And then okay, was like the house implied to be somebody who was a part of the Galley, implied to be family named Galley. Doll broke. Okay, so broken doll. The doll. Okay, so also let's see the doll. Really, it's like a subheading. Well, this music brings me back to like I feel like I'm in a village and somebody's regaling me with like a guitar. You know what I mean? The doll, the broken doll. Mentions a broken doll. Doll falls behind John Hobbs as he enters the front door. Eddie and Victoria examine it, but unclear where the doll ends up after, or right? Or why it's even there. Kind of a weird space to put a doll, TBH. That's good. Vic has a sister there. Other guests are already there, but who? Why did they say Vic has a sister there? What? See, this is why it's good to go back on the notes, because I have no clue who is Vic's sister. We have 1 hour left, too. So I need to do this quickly. What sister? It's so nice to see his bald head, because it gives him, like, a place. It helps us understand who is here. I got stuck in the mud on Quail Lane. Thought we could stay here. My sister. There you are. Is Eve with you? What the hell are you? So wait here. Somebody was here. 6'7" was there. And the person 10 was 6'7". Eddie, what's the matter? Who's this? Bloody devil, where'd that come from? No, it... Why was Eddie so... Wait a minute, that's weird. Ignore it. Sorry,
Sorry, is there a Rupert Galley here? The invitation said... Bloody devil! Where did that come from?
Ignore it. I've lived in Galley House all my life, and I've never heard of a Rupert Galley. So I'm afraid you've got the wrong place. Goodbye.
Wait, what?
Why did he say ignore the doll, as if it's just a normal thing that happens? If something falls from the sky, then you would be like, what the hell is that? Damn, that transition is cool. This game has a lot of like visual sauce, yeah. I like it a lot more, because like the Root Trees Are Dead, it was very sort of plain, but like this one, you can really feel like the visual, because the visuals help play into really giving you a sense of placement for how things are playing out. And I think for a game that's about recreating the scenes of how things play out, the way that things are animated and the way that things are like placed and like focused on, and the way that things that like characters within the scenes themselves react to things as you would expect, helps it really come together as a full package, and it really helps you build a better mental image of what's like happening. You can fill in the details a lot easier in this way. It feels interesting. But he's surprisingly very calm about the doll falling. See, Nyan Cat's here. Sorry, you've all been entranced by a Nyan Cat. That's weird. I didn't even think of that. Eddie and Victoria examine it after John enters the house, but unclear where the doll ends up after. Strangely, after the doll falls and spooks John, so scares John, Eddie tells him to leave it. If it were me, I would also go. What the devil? Because it's 1936. You know what I mean? Sorry. And specifically that phrase, because it's 1936, instead of simply brushing it off, because how many things fall from the sky? It has to be a common enough event for Eddie not to care about it. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. But he didn't care about it. It just happened. Who is Victoria's sister? You can't let a Vic have enough guess. Oh, shoot. Highlighted line. Wait. Ignore it. That's important. You have enough guess as this. Should accommodate once more. Everyone else is just through the living room. Sure, someone there here will know what's going on. Looks like the doll broke in the fall. Oh, I'm so sorry, Eddie. Please try and calm your sister down, Vic, or she'll end up killing someone. I get it now. Get it now. Her sister threw the doll down and almost killed John. That's why he was like, it's okay. Okay? At the end of scene 1, it makes sense why he was so nonchalant. It was because it was thrown by Victoria's sister, who was chalant. Right? Who was chalant about John showing up. For some reason. Why does it keep saying Jupiter? Wait, I can use John to help me fix this. I can use John to help me fix this. I need to turn off these snippets because it lags the fuck out of typing. Because Emacs sucks dick. Victoria's Secret. This is the birth of Victoria's Secret. Who was chalant about John for some reason. Eddie tells Victoria to calm her down before her sister kills someone. That's an important detail that I didn't think about. See, Vic sister. I need to move all this to an entirely new file, but do I really want to make a new file for this? Maybe. Because the search terms are going to be impossible to disambiguate across everything. And this game is kind of its own thing. I mean, fuck it, yeah. Yeah, whatever, okay, fine. Incident. I need a new folder. I'll like move it afterwards. Incident at Galley house. Alright. Yeah, incident at Galley house. What did I... Sure, okay, and then I need to go back here. Okay, just do... Okay, here, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Get this whole thing, bring it over, all of it. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Go here, ba-boom, ba-boom. Done. Okay, bring this back. 1. Don't do that. Raw, unprotected notes. These are my raw, unprotected notes. Save this, go over here, close that. These are my raw notes. Evidence. These are important, so bring it all back. Okay, people. There we go. Good. The Sunday round. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. So now, Vic has a sister. That makes sense. Who's the person looking for a Thornton? Why were they 6? So what number was that? That was 6, 7, right? I think it's made them 6, 7 because it's like 6, 7. Number 10. Person number 10 was 6, 7. That's weird. Person number 10 was already sick. Person 10, unknown / 6, 7. Okay? Opened the door to greet John initially. Seemingly out of it, looking for a Thornton, whatever that is. I don't know who a Thornton is. But also, notably, was not indoors after the scene, okay? Was not indoors after scene 1. transitioning to scene 2. Was not in the room after scene 1 transitioning to scene 2, so they kind of like left somewhere. So the layout is interesting because they would have had to pass them through, but she was probably looking for that person. Okay. I'll clean up the rest of this afterwards. I think this is fine for now, but it's okay. I don't need the title. It's okay. The title sucks. Okay. We need to go to the billiards room. It's gonna be Martha and whatchamacallit? Martha and Eddie. So Eddie, Martha. Billiard. This is scene 4. Martha, Eddie. It's scene 5 then. They have a private chat in the billiard room. It wasn't Martha. Sorry, it was Helen. Helen, Eddie. Could be scene 4 though. The billiard room.
I didn't want to make a scene of it, Eddie, but I don't expect you to lose track of my daughter and act so callous about it. Where is she?
She ran off somewhere.
That's a good sign. She ran off somewhere.
That's not good enough. Is she all right?
A bottle was smashed in the distance. That's not good enough. Person number 10 is Helen's daughter, which means it's not Eve. See, now it's starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, because they lost her, because it made sense. Why did they open the door in the first place? It was sort of odd that they kind of went there. Maybe they thought that she had walked outside, and then Eddie's like, wait, who the hell is this guy instead, right? Or maybe the daughter came by and was like, hey, like, deal with this person. And so Eddie's like, blast it, fine. I'll deal with this asshole at the front door. And then he lost person 10. Okay, presumably Helen's daughter, because of door exchange in scene 1. That's just my guess. I don't actually know if this is true. We'll find out soon. We'll how do I minimize things? Wait, not personal. How do I minimize things? What's the Windows hotkey to minimize a window? Incident to get. Oh wait, I have to. Oh shit. How do you minimize things on Windows quickly? Huh. I think notes and then the incidents. What is the Windows hotkey for? It's not okay. It's not. Don't press Windows M. That's not the hotkey. Okay, what is the what? Windows hotkey to minimize a window. Use this. Minimize everything. Windows key down arrow. I'm sorry. It makes it small first. Okay, so it makes it small and then it makes it not small. That's the worst hotkey system I.
Oh, she's fine. We were in here earlier and she just had a little too much to drink.
My daughter's not a drunkard. What did you say to her?
I didn't. We just had a small argument. I think she was upset. I've been trying to be a host, which really isn't my fault. If you're wondering why she took it so badly, then you'll have to ask her yourself.
That's weird. The vibe I'm getting is that it's not a small argument, and it's weird that he's trying to like play it off as a normal thing. You can kind of sense that he's very nervous. And why were they in this room alone having a drink? What was going on?
Take some responsibility for once. If she's upset, then it's up to you to go and make it up to her. Why haven't you found her yet?
Naturally, I would have gone and looked for her, but then that strange man turned up at the door
Edmund Galley. I didn't buy you an engagement ring for you to forget about my daughter.
I thought he and Victoria were a thing because Victoria's like, yeah, we shouldn't let the guy stay outside. Like, come on in. They talk together like they're a couple. And now she's like, no, you're marrying my daughter. You're supposed to be fucking my daughter, not that harlot Victoria. And his full name is Edmund. Interesting. Edmund. He is person number 6. Okay, this is an entirely different setup than I was expecting. Edmund, Eddie, Galley. Okay? Has some sort of has some sort of relation with Victoria. Okay? Helen was trying to marry Eddie and her daughter together. We're trying to marry Eddie and her daughter. Weird.
What is it? What are you looking for?
He is pacing around the room.
It's nothing. We just, we lost the ring.
You lost
But
the
I know
ring.
it's in here somewhere.
Excuse me?
I have it under control. She lost it just as there was a knock at the front door, and I haven't had a chance to look for it yet.
That's exactly
You
why.
better find it then. You'll tell her you're sorry, and this will never happen
Sorry?
again. Do you understand me?
Yes, Mrs. Dower.
Dour. She's in a. Isn't she in like a dour mood? Isn't like a dour mood the like dour word? Dour, dour, starring gloomy, right? Dower. So now you are Mrs. Dower. Who is number Helen? Helen, you are number 9. So now we have a name, Helen Dower. Helen Dower, not like Dower. Sorry, unknown/67. Okay. Presumably Helen's daughter, and because of the marriage scene 4, okay? So, buying a ring for them that Eddie had lost in an argument with person 9. Person 10. Sorry, person 10. This is person 9. Okay, this is all starting to make sense now. So you better find good. Don't ruin a perfectly happy engagement.
Don't ruin a perfectly happy engagement, Eddie.
But happy for whom? And lost in the billiards room. The number of scenes you have found indicates a complex timeline. Spectral has been in the process connections with undiscovered scenes. This badge indicates that there are more scenes to discover using the information within this scene. Okay, how about I don't have that feature? I can figure it out myself. Can I turn off the hints? Is there a way to turn off hints? I'd rather not know, and I'd rather figure it out on my own. I don't want any hints, right? Because the point of it, I do like that it's there, but I'd like to have the ability to figure it out myself. So the hint is interesting. So, but it does say that there's a connection to a new scene elsewhere, which implies... Again, think about this, right? I have it under control. She lost it just as there was a knock at the front door, and I haven't had a chance to look for it yet. Which implies that Eddie, Victoria, and Helen were probably by the front door. We have a location of the front door as well. Maybe entrance. Maybe we can do like FR, front door. But we could do like that sequence. Oh no, it's also, sorry. The scene is like them in the billiard room too. So specifically, Eddie and the daughter inside the room. We need to figure out her name. Because right now her name is 6-7. But Eve is probably her name. We don't even need her name. We know that she's there based on her number. We can just do that, okay? / Eve? Maybe Eve. So 610 billiard room. Something. 610 billiard room something. So 610 billiard room 5? I don't know. Did I write down the name Eve? Maybe Eve? Not 5. 0. What's scene 0? I guess scene 0 would be the moment that like your father's sperm would have latched on to like somebody's egg, right? Because we start at 1. I'm just gonna keep blasting them. Keep on blasting them. Okay, 6-7. I don't know what exactly. Okay, where? Maybe 6-7. Okay, maybe / Eve. I don't know. 6-7 Eve. They lost the ring. They had a ring in their pocket. One of the people here had a ring in their pocket. Traces of cocoa drink around her mouth. High alcohol blood level. Could be goose. But how come I can't get the scene right? In the billiard room, they were in there earlier. Can you have multiple overlapping scene number 4s? Like, could multiple scenes be like a scene number 1, 2, 3, 4? It can be. It can be overlapping scene 1s. Okay. The billiard room.
You'd actually listen to me for once.
What's that supposed to mean?
A piano's playing from another room. So they have a piano inside the home. That's interesting. That's a good detail to remember. There is a piano inside the home. Okay, so maybe the scenes themselves. I need notes on the scenes. So scenes. And these codes are interesting. So 1 BI 610. Okay? Eddie and person 10. Okay? Discussing the marriage in some way. There is a piano in the house due to this scene. Okay? I need like a good way to collate all the key evidence in like one area at some point. Probably.
I was looking forward to tonight. I thought, perhaps, since my whole family were coming, I thought you'd actually make an effort to pretend you cared about me in front of other people. For once.
Oh, I'm so
Holy
sorry.
shit.
You should have told me it was your birthday too, and I would have bought a cake.
But it was your
Darling,
birthday too.
I'm sorry. Come back through to the living room.
You should have told me it was your birthday too, and I would have bought a cake. Is he being facetious and saying it as like, oh, I'm sorry. You want me to care about you? Then tell me that it's your birthday too, and I'll get you something nice. Or is he saying more in the sense of like, oh, yeah, you should have told me that it was also your birthday today in relation to the other birthday that we're celebrating today, and I would have bought you a cake as well. But I will say it is messed up. I know you're going to go get like a birthday cake for someone, but like you're not gonna buy a birthday cake for your partner. Like if I go anywhere and I see a snack that I think my wife is going to want, I'm gonna get my partner a snack. Because why would I not let them get a snack?
What? So you can make another joke about me and then ignore me for the rest of the evening?
Ooh.
I'm not ignoring you, Eve. But we do have other guests.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like the other guests are taking all of your time away, and obviously it's a skill to include your partner in conversations, but it's not that hard. You know
Do you
what I
think
mean?
I want to be talking to your damned brother all evening about his miserable life?
Her brother maybe being Thornton. Also, hello, Athel and Red. Thank you for the raid. Sorry, I was in the middle of trying to figure out like who's who. This is complete spoilers for this game. If you like detective games and you want to play a very good detective game so far, I think you should leave. This is your sign of like, if you don't want spoilers, you should leave. But if you want to see a detective game, holy shit, is this game really good so far. The only pain point is that note-taking sucks. Spoiler alert, wee woo wee. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Wee woo, alerta, wee woo, Yeah, thank you for the raid. Everyone, please go do follow them. They just finished a charity-thon actually a couple days ago. We were there a couple times. I rated all of you in. All of you, my chat was very good. We've got one donation. Thank you, chatter. Appreciate that. Okay. But yeah, please do follow them. Their streams are always a riot. It's always fun. And yeah, if you don't want spoilers, you should leave though. And you know what? I'm realizing that my note-taking system sucks. I can't just be using Emacs for it. This thing doesn't work. I need like actual like notes that I can pin to a board and move around. I'm gonna organize the notes after I finish the stream into a pin board, and we're just gonna like pin things into it. Okay, I'll figure out like a system that works that isn't just Excalibur and is really like a pin board. Why did Rat Shake come up? There's I forget what it was. There's like a I forget what the phrase is, but there is a phrase where it's like there's some phrase that like causes it to appear. I think it's I actually I think you typed the exact number of like A and an H's. No, it has to be exactly. Is it? How did that work? Why did Ratshake show up? Wait, what? Why did Ratshake show up? Sorry, what? It's exactly 4 H's, all capitals, and then the Ratshake appears. That's really good. I don't know when I made that, but honestly, that's genius. And you actually got it perfectly. Nice typer.
You know, he told me he joined the army for fun. I mean, honestly.
Oh, here we go. The army. Anyways, you need to visually cool off after the Neon Fest that I've been playing. So you know, look and close your eyes. No worries. Thanks for showing up. It is late too, so yeah, go and close your eyes. We're gonna be done soon. Anyways, this is my last scene because I have to go afterwards. But yeah, thank you for reading, and I do appreciate it.
Tony out of this. You know he's
Tony.
had problems. And you know that's not why I'm angry with you.
Okay, here we go. We got some good evidencia. One, we have some things that we know. One of the images that we got from the scanner was of the character who had a army recruitment leaflet in the pocket. The brother, Tony, is the brother of number 10. This is a huge detail that we're gonna need to do. This is why instead of doing notes, I need to do like an actual like pin board, because this is gonna be very hard. So Tony, I don't know what person he is, but like Tony is the brother. I don't know. Tony. Oh, and you know what? If they're siblings and they're the daughter and the son of Helen, then Dower. Because this person, okay, brother to person 10, therefore, son of Helen Dower, right? That's why his name is Tony Dower, and then presumably her name is Eve Dower. Presumably, because of their relationship, okay? This is why. Joined the army for fun is most definitely the portrait with the army photo. Almost assuredly the portrait with the army photo.
Eve, I'm sorry. Tell me what I've done. Oh, come on, Eve. Go easy on the whiskey.
Why? So I can look more dignified in front of your guests.
We're all trying to have a pleasant time. Don't ruin it for everyone.
See, don't be embarrassed of your partner. If your partner wants to hang out and stuff, just like let them hang out. No need to like force them to be in a certain way. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure you'd love to have a pleasant time with that posh girl.
Oh, please. I've told you. I don't want to talk
Seen
about...
the way you look at her. I can't believe you'd bring her here.
You don't get to tell me who I invite to my own house.
Ooh.
We're supposed to be engaged, Eddie.
Yeah.
Admit it. You still have feelings for her.
It's never enough with you, is it? I give you a ring, and all it does is make you more jealous than you were before. I don't know why I even try.
I can't
Bad
do
response. Playing metal bounces off the wall, then onto the floor. She takes her ring off.
That's not what I meant.
That's
Eve.
exactly what you meant.
Damn it. Where did it go? She'll kill me.
She'll kill me. Helen will kill her. That's the knocking. It has to be person 10 then. I am absolutely certain that like number 10 is Eve Dower. Absolutely certain. It must be Eve because he called her Hour. Eve. And so therefore the daughter of Helen is Helen Dower. Right? And we know now Tony Dower. All family members. And he is the one with possession of an army recruitment leaflet. He does not look particularly strong. He doesn't look particularly strong. I still don't really know who this person could be, but Eve is not the daughter of Mole, because Mole only has one daughter. Whereas the other old lady probably has, you know, more children, right? The other, like, person, the other woman has more children. Evidence of a missing ring. Traces... Wait a minute. Evidence of a missing ring. Traces of ash. Strong smell of perfume. Evidence of a missing ring. The posh girl, Goose. High blood alcohol level. Traces of cocoa drink around her mouth, as if to imply that somebody who's been drinking cocoa kissed her. Oh shit. I bet at some point we're gonna find out that Eddie had a chocolate drink and then decided to, like, you know, smack up on Goose's lips. Goose, who is probably Victoria. No, but it can't be, because like Victoria seems more like a sibling person, right? It's all making sense now. Evidence of a missing ring implies that this is probably Eve. Long-term injury on left leg, in possession of and a key to a piano, wearing a wedding ring. This is weird though, because red wine stain is not the same as like red whiskey, because whiskey isn't red. Deep cut on left arm, holding a bottle of absinthe. A lot of people were drinking here. But the missing ring, I think, is a larger tell for who Eve is. This should be Eve. But then who is Helen? Red wine stain, found walking, holding a bottle of absinthe, death by gunshot. This could be Helen getting shot after. This could be Helen. Because the thing is, the avatars are shown as them standing, but it could be her in a wheelchair. However, a photo nearby shows 2 young girls, meaning that maybe 2 daughters. And it can't be her because her only child is here. This might be Martha. There's a lot of different details here. I have to figure out what exactly the image is, but we have a bit more details of like who Tony is, who Helen is, who Eve is. We have an idea of who like Eddie is. We have an idea of who John is and how he died. Right? We have all these different details, and we're sort of lining it all up together. And we have these scenes that they can follow, and we know now that scenes can happen concurrently. So while John is trying to get his car up the hill, you can also have a scene somewhere else with different parties doing all different things, which also implies that in the entrance room, right, is Victoria, is Damien, is Helen, is Martha, and is Tony. 5 people talking in the main entrance room. They're there talking to each other. So that's another scene that I need to do. I need to write that down. Before I forget, as a scene, I need to write down this. And we do this next time. So this is EN. I have to replace these with Tony, Damien, Martha, Helen, Victoria. These are the ones that are presumably by the front. Okay. But that's it for today. I do have to go. Sorry, bit of a cliffhanger, but time is running out. This game is good, very good. Holy shit. It gives you a lot of those like feelings of, oh man, I really want to see what this mystery is, basically right away. I really like the format of the game. I think the video format works so well because like you do have to pay attention to a lot of details. These slight noises in certain places. The fact that a piano is playing implies that they have a piano, right? The fact that when the characters move around, you can actually see how they seemingly react to things as well. It's like very interesting.
What's that supposed to mean?
I was looking forward to tonight. I thought, perhaps, since my whole family were coming, I thought you'd actually make an effort to pretend you cared about me in front of other people.
And hearing the emotions as well, like hearing them speak and sort of like play it out and all these like small sound effects, right? It's interesting because you can build the image in your mind much more clearly than just through text, at least. Well, not like more clearly, but it's like it adds like a dimension to it that like isn't there from like a text only thing because you get to actually like feel it and then hear it and experience it. Obviously, you like lose the full creativity bit, but like here you actually get to like feel it and you hear the glass being poured, you hear the whiskey filling it up very long time, and the whiskey's being filled all the way to the brim, right? You hear the piano playing. It sounds very jovial. Like it sounds like a happy time. It's like it lends a lot to the experience. The whole thing is good, and then the mechanics are really really good. The note taking still is a little weak sauce. It's the same problem as in the Root Trees Are Dead, where it's like, I wish I could save this, and then I wish I could save this, and then link it over to this, so it'd be over here. I wish there was a search and a find thing. Like it's still a little weak sauce for like a note mechanic, and it'd be easier to go somewhere else, but. It's not the worst thing in the world. You can still use this. I just get annoyed because like now, like, and again, we've only played for 2 hours, right? But immediately, we're not even close to a fraction of the way through. We have all these different theories going on. We have all these different bits of information. Everything's slowly building up, and there's this like unnerving sense of everybody was being played by somebody else who's not even a part of this like group, right? And the fact that you can add more people if you can think of them, if you can find them. You can do like manual calibration of things as well. Wait a minute! Where is it? Debug 1, 2, 3. Oh shit! Can I do this now? Can I do room 3? Can we go into debug mode? Go 0, because there should be a debug mode here. There should be a debug mode here. Can I do a debug mode? And does the order of characters here matter too? Here, let me see. How am I doing a debug mode? Can I enter debug 1, 2, 3? I didn't know I could just do this. D1. D. Person D. No, you can't do it. Okay, well, I was hoping to type in like a debug or something, but you can't. But I swear I'm getting closer to the idea of like maybe even solving that mechanic. Because again, like even stuff like that, right? It has all the same trappings of like it's like sort of like somewhat predecessor of like you have to pay a lot of close attention to every little detail and try to make sense of it, right? But it builds on that sort of like core idea so well into a very, very genuinely compelling sort of the election style game with a story that immediately is actually very interesting. I think every story that has a murder is very interesting, but like this is done in the same way of like say like Clue, where it's like who did it and the why, but it throws you for a loop because it involves so many people and so many different things that you can sort of glean from something as simple as a single line of what brought them there that day. It's good. You can see it's a quality game. And now we have this idea of you being a character within the game as well. The character that you play being a part of this world as well. Why are we here in 2011? Why do we care about this in 2011 of all times as Rare Beacon? What does it matter to us as Rare Beacon? All the way in 2011 for an event that happened in 1936. Presumably, right? 1936. The whole thing sets up a very interesting framework and then plays with it very well. I can't wait to play more of this, but that's for tomorrow. It's a fidget spinner time. They must have added this to keep people like us very busy.